What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a game called Dwerve. We took a look at a very early demo of this game about 2 years ago, and we're diving back on in. The developers emailed me, they said, hey, we got a new prologue build, we'd like for you to check it out. And so that's exactly what I am doing. If you've never seen Dwerve before, this is a RPG where you are a dwarf. A fledgling dwarf engineer, effectively, who builds traps. And so, like, you know, like with the fantasy dwarf trope, how there's always that dwarf that's, like, covered in, like, clockwork stuff and has, like, a steam rifle, and he's all about gadgets and things like that. This is effectively that. It is an RPG where you are a dwarf that's holding off greenskin hordes and goblins and kobolds from your homeland by putting traps all over the place. Everything from Tesla coils to blade traps to things like that. We're going to spend about 25-30 minutes taking a look at this new prologue and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. And as I can tell right now from the Steam page, actually, I went ahead and made an edit right there just to check. It just says 2022. We don't know if it's going to be late 2022 or early 2022, but here is the prologue. The game is coming out at some point this year. This prologue is freely available for all of you to try out, just in case my thoughts weren't enough to help you make up your mind. You can get hands-on with it. I'll have a link to that down below in the description, along with my Discord and my Twitch stream, where you're welcome to join me live any day of the week. So without further blabbering, let's go ahead and jump on in. In the massive hollow mountain of Mount Crowcrest, there once lived a great nation of dwarves. The dwarves discovered power stones while mining deep in the mountain, and they used them to power machines, and eventually their entire city. They lived in peace and prosperity for centuries. Over time, they became infatuated with the power stones and dug deeper to get more. One day, they dug too deep and unleashed the Gloomdark Hordes, an army of trolls and other monstrous creatures. Once the dwarves realized that the trolls turned to stone in the sunlight, they fled far from the mountain and took refuge on the sunny hills of Brecca. Centuries passed, and over time, the dwarves forgot their traditions and abandoned craftsmanship and innovation in favor of warring and raiding. History became myth, and myth became bedtime stories. But whispers of a long-forgotten darkness echo throughout the valley of the Great Mountain. It can be heard in the snoring forest by those who dare to enter. Dwarf, we shouldn't be in here. What are you even looking for anyways? She must have left something, some kind of clue. Shh, did you hear that? Something moved in the trees. Oh, I wish we didn't come here again. The snoring forest is full of vicious creatures, and you can't even fight with that little crafting hammer. If we run into wild creatures, we're done for. Come here, hide in my bag if you're scared. All right, so the good news is the game controls via a controller. It's got right-hand movement. You guys know me. I'm not a big right-hand movement guy, so for today, we're just going to play around by using a USB Xbox controller to make things a little bit easier. Okay, yeah, that's probably bad. Oh, my God. Ow, dude, no. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, this escalated quickly. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't have come here. Dwerve, don't die. I'm gonna go get help. I think it's probably... Look at the amount of wolves that are now chewing on my butt flank. I think it's probably too late for us to be saved. Hey, we lived. Son, you're awake. Praise the kings, you're all right. I told you never to go into the snoring forest. Your mother went in there and never came back. Had I not found you when I did, you would have died. Forgive my anger. I don't know what I would do if anything happened to you. I better get back to Brecca. Chief Tane and the other warriors went raiding this morning. He assigned me to guard duty again. I'll be home for dinner. I'll see you later, son. Did you go looking for your mother again? Of course you did. You're just like her. I suspect this won't be the last time you sneak into the snoring forest, so come, let me at least teach you how to defend yourself. Where's Aerie? Us dwarves are very clever, but also very slow. This makes us weak against many enemies. That's why the warriors of the old days became warsmiths. Warsmiths were artisans of war that engineered magnificent turrets and traps. Powered by magical stones, their mechanical weapons would do the fighting for them. A single warsmith could best a dozen warriors. Some stories even say 100, and believe it or not, your great-grandparents, my mother and father, were warsmiths during the Great Exodus. The creatures of the Snoring Forest will surely outnumber you. If you're to survive out there, you must become a warsmith, so I will teach you as my parents taught me. Let's see how you handle a turret. Get the spin blade from the chest and come back. Alright, let's go grab this spin blade real quick. It's a melee weapon that continuously damages all enemies around it. Sounds good. Turrets can't function without a power stone, and nowadays they're a thing of great rarity, but luckily for you, I've kept the ones that my parents passed down to me. I had 2 more lying around somewhere, but I can't seem to find them. I've wondered where they went, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure they'll come up. Anyways, get the 2 power stones from the chest and build a spin blade next to the training dummy. Okay, let's get it moving. Alright, so we have 2 power stones, which means that with our X button, we can smack down a turret right there, and there you go. We've created a terrifying automated killing device. Those blades will rip through more than just hay. However, now you have no power stones left, and you can't build turrets without them. Don't worry, the stones won't be destroyed by any means. You get the stones back when a turret gets broken or when you recall it. You can recall it by pressing the right trigger, then destroy the remaining training dummies. Alright, so we'll bring this on back over here. Drop you right there. Drag it on back. Oh, they don't suck to me, though. Okay, so I've actually got to physically go pick up the stones themselves. Otherwise, I'm functionally unarmed. That's my grandson. You look like a warsmith already. What else was there? Artifacts. They are legendary items crafted by the warsmiths that give you special abilities. You can take my father's Bonecracker Boomerang. It gives you a ranged auto attack to support your turrets from a distance, but you have to stand still in order for it to be thrown. Last but not least, take my mother's Griffin Boots. They let you dash by pressing your left trigger. Many more artifacts were crafted, but they are lost in Mount Crowcrest. Now it's time to see how you do against enemies that will hit you back. While you were recovering from your wounds, a swarm of bee fairies infested my brewery. They've been drinking all the delicious honeydew meat. Ooh, honeydew, though. Nah, man. Honeydew's terrible. Cantaloupe and honeydew are like the 5th wheel of, like, fruit that you never want around. Like, they're just kind of there. They are neither good nor bad. You're just kind of like, all right, I'm going to pick that out to get to the stuff that actually has some kind of flavor. All right, so follow the path to the brewery and stop them. Will do. Why would they want to drink your, You can count on me. All right, so we got the Bonecracker Boomerang. And indeed, it does look like he throws the boomerang at anything while we're standing still. Where is the Bee Fairy Refuge? Yeah, it looks like he, like, auto-breaks anything that's around. We're about to be like a public menace. There's Overlook Cliff over here. I'm gonna, put that down right there. I wanna see how good I am at killing stuff. There we go. Drag this guy over here. Can I be hurt by my own trap? I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Oh, I can't be hurt by my own trap. Nice. Okay, and apparently there's a bunch of dwarf money hanging out inside the bushes. I don't know if that's the right way. I actually wasn't paying attention. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Let me see if I can find this brewery. So I think we were onto it on the first try. I think this is the correct direction that we're supposed to be going. I looked all around the island, and aside from a few loose coins that were laying around, there wasn't a whole lot to be spoken of. Yeah, sure, why not? Forget the potter. He didn't work really hard on that. We'll go ahead and drop this turret right here, and it looks like bees are spawning over here. We're going to go ahead and hide behind our turret, let them do their thing. It also looks like our turret vaguely tanks the enemy and draws aggro. And effectively holds them down, so not too bad. I sort of actually like the hands-off boomerang. Like, I don't have to press anything for him to throw the boomerang. He just holds still. That's actually kind of an interesting feature, and I'm kind of wondering what innovative ways that can be parlayed into interesting gameplay mechanics. Brecca Village. The pixel art is actually quite stunning, and in fact, the little animations and the character design are very, very unique, too. I think this game pops among its peers right now just simply for the art style. This feels familiar to the last time we played the game. Oh. Alright, well, I'll just put that right there, then. It's almost kind of like a mobile tower defense game. It's sort of an interesting genre-bending idea, where, like, most tower defense games are kind of like city builders. You're stationary, you put up your defenses and all that kind of stuff. Oh, are they coming back again? Uh-oh. I'm just gonna put that down right there. And hopefully we destroy them before that other green wave comes through. It doesn't look like we're gathering XP or anything of that sort. So I am interested in wondering, I'm wondering, like, if the advancement, so getting new abilities and things of that nature, are going to be gated mostly by storyline progress, or how that's all gonna function. Maybe it comes down to the coins or whatever, too. It looks like we got a health potion over here. Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, we actually can't grab it because we're at full health. Okay, I thought maybe it would be a consumable or something. We've been blocked in right here, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. Let's go ahead and give them what for. Get on out of here, bees. Like, normally I wouldn't be this hostile to bees. I like bees. I got a big garden in my backyard that me and my wife work on from time to time. I spend a lot of time weeding and, like, working with plants and stuff. But anyways, lots of bees in our backyard. That's how I know I'm doing a good job with taking care of, like, the backyard and the flowers and the bushes and everything else and keeping everything properly trimmed and healthy. So there's lots of bees around. Actually, I like the bees. They don't bother you. They're, like, used to me. Like, there's a big bush in the corner of my yard that's, like, constantly just covered in bees. And I go over there and I work on the bush while the bees are in there, and they don't bother me for nothing. They know I'm not trying to hurt them or anything. Like, I've never done anything hostile, so the bees don't really seem to care. All right, let's go on up and see if we can find... Oh, I think we cleared out the brewery already. I think we're good to go. Ooh, free coin over here, though. Listen, you're never too rich to stop to pick up $1 off the ground, okay? Or $2. Yeah, even better. Dwerve, you're all right. Man, I'm glad to see you up and about. I told him you'd be fine. About that. Thanks for getting my dad when I got knocked out. I nearly became Wargbor lunch. You really had me scared for a minute. Glad you're here, though. Those bee fairies had me trapped. So our pet is an alcoholic is what I've learned here today. We have this weird horn cat thing, and it seems to have a penchant for getting drunk. Wait, has Esben finally taught you how to build turrets? He might have taught me a thing or two. Ari, did you lick the mead barrels again? I might have had a sip. Do me a favor and don't tell Esben. Fine, I won't. Come on, let's take care of the bee fairies. They're coming out of the back. I'm too dizzy to walk. Make some room in your bag for me. Oh, it's nice and cozy in your bag. Thanks for the lift. I like the little portraits and whatnot, too. Very tastefully done. Looks nice. Grandpa's Power Stones. Ari, did you take those? Those aren't toys. I borrowed them. I'm too short to reach the mead, and I need something to stand on. Well, I'll take him to Grandpa. He was worried that he lost him forever. All right, so where are these bees at in the back? Oh, they're actually, like, in the backyard. I thought they were... Oh, I can put down 2 of them now. Nice. Sweet, dude. All right, so let's just stand in the middle while we buzzsaw a whole bunch of insectoids. I mean, that is a pretty gnarly stinger, dude. Those bees have a stinger. It's like the size of a cutlass. And I'm not talking about the car. I'm talking about the actual, like, pirate sword, but still, you know. Comparing it to, like, an 89 cutlass, I think, would also be sort of a comparison of size. Like, if you know what an 89 cutlass looks like, I guess. I suppose that's probably the sticking factor right there. Now we've got another beehive coming up at the top. I do like the hit feedback from the blades that are on top of the turrets right there. It's pretty good. I think this turret is probably going to break. Well, maybe. I don't know. I think we're good. I think we're all right. Give me both these back real fast in case I need to redeploy. And it looks like we've hit that checkpoint. So let's head home. Dwerve, look, the village is on fire. Dad's down there. Eric's gonna be fine, right? He's the best warrior I know. What am I saying? We gotta go down there and make sure he's all right. Grandson, come on, we've got to go back to the house. The village is under attack. I can't. I have to go to Brecca and find Dad. Dwerve, are you really gonna go down there? I already lost Mom. I can't lose Dad, too. You have your father's courage, Dwerve, and your mother's heart. She'd be proud of you, but you'll be safer if you can defeat foes from afar. Here's a crossbow turret. It's a ranged turret that shoots high-speed bolts, but it is frail. Put it behind the spin blades. A final lesson before you go. Once you've built more than one turret, pay attention to which one you want to recall. You recall the closest turret in the direction that you're facing, and if you're not facing any turret, you recall the closest one to you. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Let me get that turret, though. All right, crossbow turret acquired. Let's head on down the mountain and see if we can't get into any trouble and, like, save this place. Am I going to have to battle my way through the woods before? They did say that the woods were dangerous, to be fair. They said that the woods were kind of gnarly, so I'm guessing we got to battle our way through. All right, so I've got a crossbow turret right here. I got a crossbow turret right there. I don't know why it wants me to put those right there, but hey, I'm going to put it right there because it was suggested, and I'm good at following directions, all right? Seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I mean, the turret doesn't seem to be struggling. I've been standing here without having to move this entire time, so... Looks like we got a few more coming on in. Oh, I do like the little splotches of goo on the ground after you take down the slimes, too. It's a nice little detail. Sort of makes me wonder how bloody the game's going to get as you get further on in. Keep falling back a little bit. We still got a couple of slimes that are unsplit over here. I get the feeling we're about to find out how fragile these things are. Let me get you. And then let me get you. I do wish oh, they do pull back eventually. Okay, I was about to say, I do kind of wish, like, given the slow movement speed, that I didn't have to move around to pick up the crystals, but right as I was about to say that, all of the crystals sucked into my body. Not a single troll was lost during our raid. The dwarf clans are weak. Our hordes will crush them. These lands will soon be ours. Your scouts were right, carve them up. The world outside is lush and fertile, maybe a bit too bright, but I require silence. There. The dim-witted dwarves will see the elf-fairy arrows and blame them for the raid, and wage war upon them. Let them weaken each other so that our conquest may be swift. Warlord, unleash the wargboars. Let them finish what we started. We will return to Hordal. There's more work to be done. Yes, my queen. Here, boys, dig in. Shame to let all the meat go to waste. Oof, that was close. For a minute, I thought they saw us. Who are they? Airy. They remind me of the trolls from Grandpa's stories. Could it be? Trolls? If they are trolls, why the heck haven't they returned to stone? I don't know. But in every tale, the trolls look exactly like this. Maybe Dad knows? We gotta find them before the wargboars do. They look fast. If they get too close, do your left trigger to dash away from them. Okay, can I kill them, though? Like, what if I wanted to, like, murder these dudes? Yeah, I think I prefer to go that direction with it. I'm just gonna build these, like, right here. And we'll just kind of, like, leapfrog them. Actually, I'll take that right there. Can I block the path? There we go. Perfect. Now they should, if they fall into that little, like, middle crack area. If they fall into my crack, they should be taking double damage, okay? And honestly, I would wish for nothing greater. I don't like it when unauthorized things go anywhere near my crack. Like, I would like there to be some kind of, like, damage buff. Okay. Yeah, it's getting a little intense in here. Is there a potion around? I was going to say, I'm going to need that. Let me get that potion real fast. I do like the health meter down in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know if you noticed, like, the little flash and filling animation when you picked up the potion, but that's nice, too. It seems like they've definitely put the effort into the presentational stuff with this game for sure. Son, what are you doing here? The village isn't safe. You should have stayed at home with Grandpa. I came to help you fight the trolls and the wargboars. Those were trolls, right? I've never seen such creatures, but they must be. They're too ugly to be elf fairies. All those wargboars, did you kill them? Esben taught you how to fight with turrets. Good. I need your help. I never thought Esben's stories about trolls could be real, but now they've raided the village, and I have to go make sure that they're gone. Since you know how to fight wargboars, find and destroy the remaining dens. Okay, yeah, easy peasy, bro. Wait. Take this tar trap. It's thick and sticky and slows down the wargboars. You put it on the ground, so don't worry about it blocking your path. Traps only require 1 power stone. Here, you can take this one. My axe will keep me safe. And remember, if they close in, retreat and reposition. Be careful, my son. All right, so we've got a tar trap now. Okay. I'll do my best to see if I can make that happen. So, like... Do I go through here? Do I break this? I don't break that right there. Okay. So we've got to destroy these dens. I guess it's got specific places that it wants me to go in order to, like, tutorialize the new item we just picked up. There we go. All right. So we've got that, and then it wants me to put down multiple arrow traps over here. So there's our arrow traps. I'm going to try and reposition you real quick. I'm having a weird time with my placements, I think. Worked out okay. Looks good. All right. We'll grab all the power stones, and we've got to take down another den. There was one up to the north, there was one down to the south, and I don't remember where the fourth one was, but I know there was one over here. And, like, they're coming out of this area right here, so, like, I feel like we may as well just kind of, like, trap that up a little bit, just in case they try to go around. Oh, there's bees coming in, too. Oh, boy. All right. Yeah, more traps. There we go. Oh, wow, they broke through that one without even trying. All right, we'll get that right there. That is a considerable number of boars. I think we're going to be okay, though. Wow, that got more intense than I expected. I got ran over. I don't know if I'm supposed to have more power stones, or maybe I was supposed to do this one last, but I feared for my life ever so briefly. Ooh, what is that? Hold on. This armor is ancient and will protect me. Oh, nice. It turned our little meter silver, so I guess it just gives us kind of like a Binding of Isaac-style ghost bar, effectively. All right. I'm bleeding a little bit. There's definitely some kind of gore gushing out of the side of my, I don't know if it's my ear or my butt. Let's just assume for brevity purposes that it's both. Just for medical diagnosis purposes, let's just assume that it's both. That's Chief Tane's horn. The warriors are back from raiding. Help's on the way. Let's finish the warg boars and go back. Okay, the warg boars are coming from each side. All right, probably put that right there and just kind of block that direction. Put that there and block that direction, and then kind of hope for the best. I don't know. Like, if I had, like, one more turret, I'd put, like, a crossbow in the middle or something, but, I mean, hopefully it can stand up to the force of the warg boars. I mean, it tried. It did its best, and in fact, the balancing is fairly good here. Like, you do have to be careful with your placement, because there's just, like, a smidgen of, like, kind of leeway when it comes to how much HP your traps have and how much they deal to enemies. Like, it's tightly balanced. Like, you can feel that they've played around with it to get it feeling satisfying yet risky at the same time. Dwerve, there you are. I've been looking for you. Come, quickly. Your father is in trouble. All right, let's go. Head on over here. Let's get that cane tippity-tap-tapping. How dare you lie to me? You expect me to believe that trolls attacked our village? Trolls? Just bedtime stories meant to scare children. Do you think I'm a child? Even if these were trolls, why wouldn't they turn to stone? Chief Tane, you've got to believe me. Do you think us blind? Look at all these elf-fairy arrows laying around. Yulga saw you entering the snoring forest at daybreak. You went to plot with your elf-fairy friends, didn't you? I'd never. My son, he... Enough. I can't believe you'd betray your own people. I'll have your head for this, Eric. Take him away. Sound the horns of war. Call upon the warriors of the other clans. We will take this fight to the elf fairies and burn down their whole forest. The kings curse them. Okay, so, like, what's the plan now? We gotta spring Dad out of jail, huh? Tane always had it in for your dad, ever since your mother chose Eric over him. What are we gonna do? Grandpa, trolls did attack the village. I saw them with my eyes. I believe you, but how have these trolls come to withstand the sunlight? We can't worry about it for now, I suppose. You've got to save Eric. Tane is a fool not to trust his word. He's a stubborn dwarf, but if you tell him what you saw, he might come to his senses. Somehow, I doubt it. I mean, my man rocks a beard with no mustache. Like, can we really trust the judgment of someone that rocks a beard without a mustache? You gotta have the mustache is basically the belt of the beard. Like, it keeps it framed on your face properly. You gotta have the mustache in there. You gotta have that thing. Like, the Donegal, I don't know, man. Unless you're hunting whales or making fish fingers, I don't know how that's gonna work. Chief Tane, you're Eric's kid, right? And let me guess, you've come to tell me you saw the trolls with your own eyes, right? I have, and they... Of course you have. I'll tell you what. I'm a reasonable dwarf. You bring me proof that trolls exist, I'll release your father. A head for a head. That'll be the deal. Bring me a troll's head as proof. You have until the next full moon, otherwise I will take your father's head. Okay, I mean, that's better than killing him right now, I guess. Tane wants a troll head as proof. Then my grandson, you have to go get him one. For the sake of both your father and the elf fairies, the trolls must still live under Mount Crowcrest. To get into the mountain, you have to travel north through the Snoring Forest and find the gates of Crowcrest. And before you go, here's a spare power stone in a chest at the docks. He hid the key nearby. Find it and open the chest where you're heading. You'll need every turret you can possibly build. Take care of yourself, grandson, and may the kings grant you strength. Thanks, Granddad. Ari will keep an eye on me. If I was 20 years younger. Alright, so the key has a jingle noise or something. I can kind of hear it a little bit. I don't know if it's inside one of these crates. I mean, the chest is over there, but I'm going to guess. I didn't test it out, but, like, I'm going to guess it's going to be like you need a key. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so let's go back and... There it is, back behind the pot. Gotcha. Alright, that's a great place to hide it there, Dad. Fantastic work. Behind the pot, not in the pot, not obstructed from view. Now we've got 6 power stones, though, so our ability to lay down traps and create a grid just got a little bit better. Let's go to the Snoring Forest and see if we can get a little bit further. For the most part, this prologue seems about the same as the last time I played it, but I'm guessing maybe the new stuff is a little bit further on in. Dwerve, who's that? It must be a troll spy. Let's hunt it down and cut its head off. Maybe we won't need to go to the mountain after all. Let's not let it escape. Troll, are you over here? It's going to be like a traitor. I'm calling it now. They've got that distinctive video game traitor look. Long, flowy robes, a backpack, a hood. Like, it's definitely a traitor. That's somebody that's I'm going to spend money with. Like, I don't remember the last time I played this because, like, 2 years ago was a long time ago. But I've got a feeling. Here we are again, back in the Snoring Forest. Hope I do better than last time. You will. Before, you didn't have the weapons of the ancient warsmiths. All of these power stones. Just build as many turrets if you can if any creatures attack us, especially if we run into shrublands. I hate those spiders. Oh, good. It's a spider-laced forest. I thought we were just gonna... Oh, dude. All right. So they're like flower spiders? Gotcha. Okay, they're spiders with a little bit of the flower power. Are there things like off the beaten trail that I can investigate? Oh, it looks like there are. Oh, nice. I could actually... Well, a minute ago I could have used healing, but I guess I got healed up to full at some point. Probably during the map transition would be my guess. That's when I would estimate. Maybe it refills your health as you go in between chapters or something like that. Because we were really low on health, but we had full armor or something like that just a minute ago. Are they coming from this way? All right. Just lock that down. Are there any more of them around? Oh, there's a beehive over there. Okay. Well, then let's remove you. And we'll put you right there. That one down below's got a turret to help out. And so I'm just going to hang out over here and throw things. I would have liked to have redeployed this turret right here, but I don't think I could get to it in time. Luckily, the jellies don't seem to be that large of a threat to the turret. I mean, they did get it down. I appear to have trapped myself in. Hopefully this is enough to withstand the last wave. I see the hideout in the top corner just barely broke. And so I think we're all right. I do like these map designs, though, and I do like these locations. They kind of hit you from weird angles, and so you got to kind of like deploy first, then readjust. Intruder, the Snoring Forest belongs to Gromble and the Noblings. We want all your shiny metal thingies. Give us the shinies and get out. Those are Noblings, Dwerve. They kill all the dwarves who come into the forest, and they won't let us pass without a fight. Watch out for the blowguns. Okay, all right, yeah, blowguns could be problematic. I think we're actually, since it's mostly blowguns, we probably want to redeploy these as arrow towers. Ow. There we go. I mean, these are more fragile. Actually, they're like varying up their waves on us. Honestly, 3 bow turrets seem to get it done. Let's redeploy all these real fast. We'll go 1 right there. We'll go 1 right there. We'll go 1 right there. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I made a mistake. We're just going to put that right there, and hopefully they hold for a little bit. I guess bees wanted to get involved. We should be all right. We still got blow darts flying around, but I feel like we'll survive it. Yeah, finish those dudes off. We'll pick that back up, and I think the fight is about done. Yeah, I think we're finished off here. I really like the tile design, and I like how mobile it is. Like, the first wave obviously has like a really, really straightforward solution, like block off these areas. But then they hit you with things like flyers that come from different angles or enemies that are firing with darts and whatnot. And like in the moment, and it creates an intensity where you've got to like readapt your strategy real fast because you didn't know what the second wave was going to be, even though you knew what the first wave was going to be. So anyways, wait a second. That's no troll. You smell like a dwarf. Indeed, furry one. I am Slaw, though we haven't been to these parts in many moons, and I lured you here for a reason. I'm a merchant. I craft mechanisms and devise upgrades for them. Well, I did, until the Noblings stole my tools, and without them, I'm just a vagabond. So, let's hammer out a deal. Up this path is Fort Stonewall. The dwarves abandoned it centuries ago, so Noblings moved in and made a mess of the place. I tracked the Noblings that stole my tools to the fort, but it's too heavily guarded. If you get my tools, I can upgrade your turrets and traps. So what say you? You know how to upgrade the weapons of the warsmiths? I've traveled far, deep, and wide and learned many things along the way. Deal? The spinblade turret does seem a little dull. All right, I'll try to get your tools back. Great. May the kings walk with you. Dude, I feel like I'm always bleeding. I feel like I'm just, like, permanently bleeding. That was probably a bad place to put that. It's probably a mistake. I just don't want to be in the middle of all of their gunfire. Like, I would prefer to have something in front of me that could block the bullets. Are there going to be more of you guys? Oh, thank God, a health potion. Hey, those shinies belong to Grumble, you stinky dwarf thief. What the heck is a Grumble? At least I got my health back. Oh. Sure, absolutely. I see several pinch points, so I'm just going to try for those. If there's a lot of blow dart guys, oh, they found their way through. Okay, so I couldn't block all the ways. I think no matter what we did right here, they were going to have a path to sort of, like, get in. Get that back. All right, we're going to redeploy over here. I'd like for that to be right there, that to be right there. We'll put that right there. Maybe pick that up. Put it right there. I don't mind if I have to sacrifice like a little bit of health, but... There's a lot of darts flying around right now that I'd rather not be dealing with. Ow! Oh, dude. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, sort of non-ideal what's going on right now. Like, you know, a little tiny bit non-ideal. We just got this guy left. Throw a boomerang at him. There we go. Finish him off with style. We got to do the anime thing where we push our glasses up and they flash white, and then we throw our boomerang and it goes sticks into the side of their head. All right, so the Nobling has a shield. What does that mean? Oh, okay, so he's immune to ranged attacks so long as he has a shield. So, like, we have to take him out with melee. Like, we have no option right there. Fair enough. If I could pick up a few more power stones, that sure would be great. So we've got a bunch of mechanisms over here. That opened that door, which gets us a key. That opens that gate. And then this right here opens that. Okay, so we've got ourselves like a binary switch logic trap here. So that opened up both those right there. Hey, there we go, I got it. You actually have to double back. So you step on this right here. This switch right here is a hard reset for the puzzle. And so you step on this one right here. You like flick this one, you come back down, you flick it again, you come back over here, you flick this guy, you come back, you flick this guy, you flick that guy, and then you're good to go, and it's got all the gates open. I think that was the order that I did it in, but anyways. Health potion, a little bit of money. I keep putting down, like, so chests and things open automatically, but I've been, like, kind of tactily trained my entire life that you've got to press the A button to open things in a video game, and so I keep putting down my traps every time there's, like, an interactable. Either way, I'll take a little bit more cash. What else we got around here? Let's head up the, okay. Yeah, you guys spawned a little fast. A little terrifying. Not in love with it. Well, I had full health. Not so much anymore. Now I've got, like, scuffed health. Is there a path over here? That kind of looks like a path. I was going to say, can I walk behind this tree right here? Guess money's money. What is that, like a giant poo? I don't know what that is back there. Well, it doesn't look like I can go any further, so I think it was just access to maybe some bushes that had money in them for when we unlock the trader. I do like the idea of upgrading my traps, though, especially if they've got, like, little talent trees that specialize them and make them better. Might be kind of cool. That opens up that gate right there, and something bad's going to happen when I open these gates right here. That button probably resets the entire puzzle, would be my guess. So you've got to walk around the 8. Like, I've played enough. Listen, I've been playing floor puzzle button traps since the Light Crusader days, okay? You can't fool me right there. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to push that button. It's going to reset the whole thing. Then I got to redo the entire thing, all right? I know it. I've played too many floor block puzzle games. The fort's close, and be careful. Nobbling guards use shields to block arrows. Your crossbow turret is useless. Pesky nobblings always hide their stolen treasures in high places. I'll meet you north of the fort once you have the tools. Kings go with you. All right. I don't feel like I needed a checkup right there. Like, I feel like we were still on task, like on brand, like we're supposed to be killing nobblings, I suppose. Whoa, look at them all. Dwerve, are you sure about this? That's a lot of dwarf-eating nobblings. Yeah, I have to. Dad's life depends on me getting into Mount Crowcrest, and I'll need Slaw to upgrade my turrets if I stand a chance. Oh, that's the end right there. Okay, apparently we hit the end of the prologue. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block we had Dwerve. Tomorrow we will likely have something else. I liked it. I thought that the game has a very charming art style. It's got solid hit feedback. The soundtrack is great. The art looks fantastic, and so I'm looking forward to this one. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for being here, and that's all I got.